From Marietta, Georgia and Southern Polytechnic State University, the Southern State Showcase just around the corner. John here, Nicole there, we got a lot of ground to cover.
Yes, we do. We're going to look at all the things that are going on around this beautiful campus, and we're also going to tell you everything else about the SSAC. So don't go away. The showcase starts right now.
The Southern State Showcase on Sports South.
Welcome to the showcase here in Marietta, Georgia at Southern Polytechnic State University. We are moving this show right along. John, what do we have up first?
It means it's the A block and it's time for the lead story this week on the showcase.
The Southern States Athletic Conference has seen many milestones achieved this year, and another was eclipsed last Monday night in Southwest Alabama as the University of Mobile men's basketball team defeated Trinity Baptist College 55-50. Giving head coach Joe Nyland his 400th victory.
It's a great milestone, obviously, in coaching, but like I've said a million times, coaches don't really win games, players do. And I've been very fortunate over the years to have, obviously to get 400 wins in 20 years, to have a lot of really incredible players. And very supportive university I've worked at, and you know, that's what it takes. And so I've never made a free throw. Never missed a free throw either, but in a game. But certainly, it's a great accomplishment. But again, I've been blessed to be at a great university with a lot of support. Dr. Foley, my vice president, Kim Leosis, and then, you know, over the years, Spring Hill and here at Mobile had some incredible young men to work with.
The victory, while big for Nyland and his career, was also special for his players.
It was very cool. We tried to get a lot earlier than last night's game, but it was very special in our eyes and to him, and I guess his family. I think his family came to support him as also. So it was very special to get his 400 win.
400 wins sets the bar high for other athletic programs on campus and serves as a motivation to other coaches.
You know, 400 wins sets a very high standard for us. He's a good role model. For me as a young coach, I know he's been around different universities, and he's someone that I look up to as a role model, and would love to one day maybe get 400 wins as a head coach myself.
Nyland's success as a coach on the court is great for the Rams, but his success off the court is what makes him special to the university.
Joe gets what we're talking about. He came to us because he believed in what I've just described to you, in this whole arena of integration of faith and learning, the idea of influence and how it's properly used. He gets that and endorses it. And as the athletic director and head basketball coach, he's a person of great influence in our university and among young men and women who come to us as athletes. You can't do what I've talked about without professors and coaches and staff members who are fully bought into the concept. And here we are.
Reporting from Mobile, Alabama, for the Southern State Showcase, I'm Scott Singer.
One story down in the Southern State Showcase. When we come back, we'll let you know what else is going on in the SSAC, and we'll take a look here at Southern Poly. The showcase continues right after this.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Every Italian family has their own treasured recipes. And now at Carrabba's, we're serving up 2 family favorites on one plate. Like our wood-grilled sirloin, topped with handmade marsala sauce and served alongside our signature chicken brine ravioli. Or enjoy fresh ingredients and layers of flavor, all grilled over a wood fire with our Pollo Rosa Maria and chicken involtini. Some of our best recipes are together at last, but only for a short time. So find your favorite tonight and come home to Carrabba's.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
Welcome back to the showcase here in Marietta, Georgia, in front of the Engineering Technology Center. We already told you about the lead, so here's our second story. Next fall, 3 new schools will be joining the SSAC. One of those schools is Blue Mountain College, which is located in Blue Mountain, Mississippi. Blue Mountain College was founded in 1873 by Civil War General Mark Perrin Lowry. They joined the SSAC from the Trans-South Conference and couldn't be more excited.
One day I was sitting at home and was just surfing channels, and I ran across the Southern States Athletic Conference show on Fox Sports South, and so I sat there and I watched it. And from that point on, I began to kind of watch the Southern States. And at that time, Kurt Patberg was the commissioner of the Southern States League. And I was really impressed with him and what he was doing. I really felt like that conference was on the move, that it was really doing things and accomplishing things like I would like to see a conference. And so we were very happy in the Trans-South, and it certainly was minimal travel for us. But once it became evident that the league would dissolve, the SSAC was where we put our focus and attention, because we felt like we wanted to be a part of that league, of that conference, because of what it was doing, the recognition that it was gaining its members. And we really liked the tournament format as well, where the top 10 teams come in and play in a tournament, and all that is an attraction to us. So we're just excited that we can be a part of that conference, and hopefully continue to help it move forward in the direction it's been going.
Blue Mountain will compete in men's and women's basketball, men's and women's golf, men's and women's cross country, softball, and baseball. One of the main reasons they decided to join the SSAC was the competition level and national recognition the conference brings.
You know, the SSAC has always got a lot of teams in the national tournament. So, you know, just the respect. We know that we're going to be, we'll be in a nationally recognized, very competitive league. And, you know, as we do well in the league, we know that means that we'll have an opportunity to play in the national tournament. And that's, to us, that's important. That's, you know, we wouldn't want to coach if we weren't trying to get to our national tournament.
The SSAC being such a premier conference, we were, in fact, we were surprised that they were interested in us as far as I was concerned. Baseball has always been considered by many in NAIA, you know, to be the SEC of NAIA baseball. So in order for us to come in and be attracted to us was, you know, an honor, first of all. It's scary, but it's an honor to be. The overall reaction was one of surprise for me and my players, but as it's kind of settled in, you know, we've started to look at the teams. We play a lot of the teams that are there, and we recognize the fact that they play the kind of baseball that we want to play. So we're excited about that.
The SSAC has been a very strong conference. At least I can speak for softball. I know last year's national champion came out of this conference. Shorter Lee and William Carey, Belhaven all have really strong programs. A lot of the other schools have been really strong, Mobile. So I know in the past it's produced a lot of teams that have been in the national championship there at the end of the year and made it deep into the tournament. So we're excited about being a part of that. We know that's going to make things a little tougher for us. The competition is going to be good, but we know if we can get there through this conference, that we'll be well prepared to compete in the tournament, in the national tournament when we get there. So looking forward to that and the competition and becoming better as a program.
Blue Mountain is a Christian, specifically Baptist college, and it prides itself on its mission to prepare students for a meaningful life, emphasizing the development of strength of character and the ability to live creatively. With that being said, the Champions of Character initiative is extremely important.
Well, one of our goals with our teams each year is that we tell them that wherever they are, whatever they're doing, that people should be able to see the 5 core values of the Champions of Character in their lives at whatever event they're involved in, whether it's an athletic event or whether they're in the classroom or wherever they are. Because those core values is the makeup of a person. That's really, if a person can live those 5 core values, then their life is on the right track. And so being a Southern Baptist college, obviously we embrace those 5 core values, and it just fits nicely with what we do.
Building champions of life is what the college strives to accomplish. Building a champion for life is important, and it's important to do it right, especially in athletics. Joining the SSAC, Athletic Director LaVon Driscoll hopes other teams will see his athletes as not only great competitors, but great people.
I think as an overall athletic program, I think that the people that we play will tell you that our student athletes are good people. They come in, they compete hard, but they do it fairly and honestly, and that our coaches try to do the same thing. And we just feel like that we can go out and be competitive, and we want to win, but we want to win the right way.
2 stories down, 1 to go here from Southern Polytechnic State University. When we come back, we're going to find out more about this campus. The showcase continues after this.
If you're a fan of the Southern States Athletic Conference, then bookmark ssacsports.com. Visit daily for the latest results, news, standings, and webcasts. Follow your favorite teams and conference at ssacsports.com.
Every Italian family has their own treasured recipes. And now at Carrabba's, we're serving up 2 family favorites on one plate. Like our wood-grilled sirloin, topped with handmade marsala sauce and served alongside our signature chicken brine ravioli. Or enjoy fresh ingredients and layers of flavor, all grilled over a wood fire with our Pollo Rosa Maria and chicken involtini. Some of our best recipes are together at last, but only for a short time. So find your favorite tonight and come home to Carrabba's.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use, cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
Welcome back to the showcase. We made our way to what they call the X here. It's the center of campus. They have their buildings surrounding it. It's a great place to be. So John, what do we got up next?
It is time to learn more about what's going on here at Southern Polytechnic State University. There's been a lot of growth in the last little bit. There's a lot more growth planned. Since the school's founding in 1948, Southern Polytechnic State University has earned an exceptional academic reputation. The students study sciences and technologies in a unique, practical manner, providing an education both career-based and balanced. Around 5,500 students are on campus, including student representation from 36 states and 64 countries. Technology is fused with liberal arts and sciences, creating a learning community encouraging thoughtful inquiry, diverse perspectives, and a strong preparation of graduates to be leaders in an increasingly technological world. The university, all facets, faculty, staff, students, and grads, aspire to be the best in the world at finding creative, practical, and sustainable solutions to real-world problems and improving the quality of life for people around the globe. The background of Southern Polytechnic's president, Dr. Lisa Rossbacher, gave her the ideas in blending both the way the school does.
I think one of the advantages I've had has been being able to see the value of the skills that come out of the traditional liberal arts, like strong communication skills and critical thinking and the ability to collaborate, solve problems as a group or individually, and to be able to take those skills and mesh them or fuse them with the technological skills that students have historically gotten here at Southern Polytechnic, the understanding of science and technology and engineering and computing, and being able to put all those skills together to produce a product that, even in the current environment, is very much in demand in the workplace.
Southern Polytechnic State prepares their students for their very first job after graduation with the skills that make them highly marketable and successful. They feel it's just as important that a Southern Polytechnic education prepares students for their last job in their careers. Thus, the courses and programs are structured to enable men and women to adapt, grow, and continue to learn over the years, developing the leadership skills they need to implement the vision of a technological future. And, like every other expanding university these days, Southern Polytechnic has its eyes on strategic goals over the remainder of the decade to assure and ensure its place not only locally but globally, mirroring their long-time and long-term missions.
The most recent version of our strategic plan was completed about 2.5 years ago, and it had three primary goals that we'd identified as major areas of focus for the university. And those were student success and supporting our students not only in success as students, but making sure that they get to the point of graduating and are successful in their careers. Second one has to do with making sure that we have the resources necessary to fulfill the university's mission. And that's partly fundraising, but it's also about making sure that we're using our resources wisely, that our state funding and the tuition and fee money that we get, that we're spending that in responsible ways. So there are a lot of dimensions to the resources piece that is not just as simple as saying raise a lot of money. And the third of those has to do with creating a sense of place. And we variously talk about that as pride in the institution, being a place where students are proud to say that they're students and faculty and staff are proud to say that they work. But it's also very much grounded in the geographic location, so it's a physical sense of place as well.
Being strategically placed geographically in the state of Georgia, Southern Polytechnic knows its place as a community leader, a community cornerstone, and a community hub for anyone and everyone that interacts with the school on a daily basis. Dr. Rossbacher knows just how important being a vital part of one of the fastest-growing counties in the entire United States can be.
As we talk about that sense of community and expanding it beyond the edges of campus, we are always aware here at Southern Polytechnic that the campus is here in Marietta because of the local community. The campus was, when it was originally founded, it was where Peachtree DeKalb Airport is now, what was the Naval Air Station at the time. And it was really the civic leadership of Marietta that went to the governor and the legislature and lobbied really hard. In fact, I've heard some stories about some political favors being traded in order to have the campus for Southern Polytechnic brought here to Marietta. And so in front of the administration building, there's a plaque that honors the Marietta Kiwanis Club for their role in bringing the campus here. And so every day I walk by that and I'm reminded of the role that this community played in supporting education and in bringing the campus here to the Marietta area. And we owe them a lot.
Athletically, the proverb small but powerful applies to Southern Polytechnic. The university has only 4 programs, 3 men's sports and women's basketball. But the squads under former head baseball coach and now athletics director Matt Griffin have a lot to hang their hat on these days.
It's been tremendous, and I think there's 2 key factors in all of that. Number one, the administration. They're totally supportive of us, behind us, to want to help in any way that they can to make us successful. And then I put it on the head coaches. You know, we're very fortunate to have coaches that really understand the profession, the professionals. They work extremely hard, and they understand Southern Polytechnic and what kind of student athlete they need to go find to be successful here. And I think that's a big key why they've been successful.
But that's not all the Hornets have going on the fields of play. There's thought of growth there as well, something not lost in the marketplace of attracting the proper student athlete to campus.
We want to start sports, but we want to start the right sports that fit Southern Polytechnic. And having done that, you know, meeting with different groups and talking with student life and student government and the athletic staff, we're currently looking at women's soccer as a potential sport to add, women's volleyball, men's and women's cross country, and men's and women's golf. So those 6 sports, 4 of which women's sports is what we're concentrating on. Like I said, administration and student life, student government are fully supportive of that. So we're in the process of that now. Being a state institution, university, we have to go through some different things with the Board of Regents. But we're hopeful that things are on the right path. And we're hopeful that here down the road that we'll be able to start several of those here in the near future.
But looking down the line, past the time frames of strategic plans, Dr. Rossbacher has plenty of thoughts on where she'd like to see Southern Polytechnic go.
Over 10 years, I would like to see Southern Polytechnic have an even broader set of academic programs. I would like for Southern Polytechnic to have at least one doctoral program, which we've been working on the proposal for a number of years, in the area of sort of professional computing, a doctorate that's less research focused and more practice focused, because there are a number of academic disciplines like engineering technology that really have no terminal degree that qualifies people who want to be professors in those areas. And so we're looking at a way to meet that demand. So expanding the academic programs, we have as part of our strategic plan that as we grow in student enrollment, we're up to about 6,200 this year, that as we continue to grow, we will continue to have somewhere between 25 and 30% of our students living on campus, which is a pretty standard guideline for what you need to have a residential feel and a critical mass of activities for, student life on campus.
So Nicole, as you see, the Hornets have a lot to be proud of.
Yes, they certainly do. All right, that's going to do it for the C Block. Up next, we'll tell you where we're headed for our next show, but first, the Players of the Week.
The Players of the Week at the conference level for the week of February 4th are as follows. In men's basketball, the honor went to Lee University's senior guard, Will Barnes. The Tuscaloosa, Alabama native completed another outstanding week with a 31-point performance against Carver College. In the win, he was 4 for 4 from beyond the arc, 12 of 15 from the floor. He completed the night going 3 for 3 from the line with 4 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal. He scored 31 points in only 25 minutes of playing time, and Barnes is averaging over 21 points per game this season. In women's basketball, it was Brenau senior forward Gabby Harvey. The Lilburn, Georgia native is the #1 rebounder in the nation and ranked 11th in field goal percentage. Additionally, she is in the top 35 in 8 other categories. She leads her team in scoring, rebounding, assists, blocks, steals, and field goal percentage. Congratulations to the One Pass Systems SSAC Players of the Week.
Every Italian family has their own treasured recipes. And now at Carrabba's, we're serving up 2 family favorites on one plate. Like our wood-grilled sirloin, topped with handmade marsala sauce and served alongside our signature chicken brine ravioli. Or enjoy fresh ingredients and layers of flavor, all grilled over a wood fire with our Pollo Rosa Maria and chicken involtini. Some of our best recipes are together at last, but only for a short time. So find your favorite tonight and come home to Carrabba's.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use. Cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in the field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
So Nicole, you see the rankings and the guys playing behind us, especially on the baseball page. Want to make sure that they stay there for the entire run of the show here in the winter and the spring. And you see the yellow tape behind us? They're not trying to keep us out from baseball practice. They're putting the finishing touches on the new press box and the new grandstand here at Hornet Stadium, so things are looking up.
Yes, it certainly are. All right, that's going to do it from here in Marietta. We're going to head to a new campus next week, so make sure you come back and see us then on the Showcase.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Every Italian family has their own treasured recipes. And now at Carrabba's, we're serving up 2 family favorites on one plate. Like our wood-grilled sirloin, topped with handmade marsala sauce and served alongside our signature chicken brine ravioli. Or enjoy fresh ingredients and layers of flavor, all grilled over a wood fire with our Pollo Rosa Maria and chicken involtini. Some of our best recipes are together at last, but only for a short time. So find your favorite tonight and come home to Carrabba's.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in the field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing when I wake up.